Look what just happened on SmackDown. Wrestling fans, Randy Orton has officially turned heel on Cody Rhodes, and it's left us all reeling. Orton, who many thought might be an ally, delivered a vicious RKO that cut deeper than anyone expected. If you thought you knew what was going down, think again. This betrayal is a game changer, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. Did you see this coming? How could he do this to Cody? Share your feelings in the comments, because we need to dissect this moment together. Setting the stage. Before we dive into the actual betrayal, let's set the stage for what's been an intense rivalry brewing for weeks. Cody Rhodes has been on a tear, proving himself match after match, showing that he's a contender for the top. The crowd is firmly on his side, rallying behind him after his impressive victories. But as we all know, wrestling is not just about winning matches, it's about the politics, the alliances, and the unexpected twists. Randy Orton's presence loomed large over the program, turning friendly competition into a precarious dance. Did anyone else feel the tension building between these two? What were your thoughts leading up to tonight's showdowns? Let's hear your predictions. Who were you cheering for, and what were your expectations? Comment down below. The match build up on the night of the betrayal. The atmosphere was electric. The SmackDown arena buzzed with excitement as fans waited for the main event. Cody came out looking confident, striking his trademark pose and basking in the fans' adoration. You could feel the energy, the anticipation was palpable. However, we all know Orton's reputation. What goes on in that Viper's mind is often unpredictable. As the match began, the tension between the two men became evident. Could Cody keep his guard up against someone known for deception as they exchange blows? Did anyone else find it hard to take your eyes off Orton, waiting for that moment when he would turn the tables? Let's know your thoughts on the match's build-up in the comments. The shocking moment then came, the moment that changed everything. Just when it seemed Cody had the upper hand, the lights dimmed, and the unmistakable sound of Randy Orton's music hit. The crowd went wild, unsure whether to cheer or jeer. But as soon as he stepped into the ring, he delivered that shocking RKO to Cody. Time seemed to freeze. The deafening shock in the arena was palpable. Fans who were cheering just moments ago stood in disbelief, and some were even shouting in anger. This was not the support that anyone expected. Did you feel that visceral reaction, that heart-stopping moment? How did you react when it happened? Comment down below with your immediate reactions. Did you scream in disbelief or cheer for the chaos? Randy Orton's motives. Now, let's dissect why Randy made this move. Orton is not known for being a team player. His motives often revolve around proving his superiority, even if it means betraying someone he once aligned with. Think about it. Was this betrayal purely for personal gain? Did he see Cody as a threat to his legacy, or was it a desire to regain his bad boy reputation? The Viper has been known as someone who strikes from shadows, and tonight he broke the back of someone who stood in the light. What do you believe motivated Randy? Is this just classic Orton, or is there a different strategy at play? I want your thoughts right now. What's really going on in that devious mind of his? Drop them in the comments. Emotional fallout. Now, the emotional fallout from this betrayal is sure to last for a while. Cody's journey has always been about rising to the top, and now he's faced with one of the most significant challenges of his career. Betrayal by a figure like Orton, someone with a legacy of destruction, will undoubtedly have profound effects on his character moving forward. This rivalry can push both men to new heights. Cody may find a darker side to himself, channeling his anger and frustration into a more aggressive, driven persona. Or could it break him when faced with such a visceral affront? How will he rise up? How do you think this betrayal will impact Cody Rhodes going forward? Is it a chance for reinvention, or will it signify a significant setback? Share your predictions below. Historical context of betrayal. Now, betrayals in wrestling are nothing new. We've seen so many iconic plot twists throughout history. Remember when Triple H turned on Shawn Michaels, or when Seth Rollins betrayed the Shield? These moments defined careers and shifted the landscape in WWE. Randy Orton is now following in those footsteps, cementing his role as a master manipulator in the business. This heel turn belongs in that conversation of legendary betrayals. Which betrayal hit you the hardest, and why? How does this current betrayal stack up against those historic moments? I want to see your lists of iconic betrayals in the comments. Building the narrative as we move forward, we're left with the question, what's next for both Randy and Cody? This is where the narrative begins to build, and the potential directions for each character are endless. For Randy Orton, a successful heel turn means capitalizing on the momentum. Expect mind games, psychological warfare, and, of course, physical confrontations. The Viper thrives in chaos, and he'll do everything he can to make Cody's life a living hell. But what about Cody? The crowd adores him, and that means he's going to need to rise up. It'll be fascinating to see how he channels this moment, whether it makes him more resilient, or leads to an intense revenge plot. What kind of storylines can you envision? How will they evolve? Share your concepts and potential outcomes in the comments. Potential allies and rivalries. This betrayal opens the door for allies and rivalries that could shape the next several months in WWE. Could Cody enlist the help of former allies or even newer superstars who feel similarly betrayed or threatened by Orton? Think of some potential alliances this could create. Who would be the most interesting choices for Cody to team up with? How could characters like Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, or even an unexpected legend come back to side with him? Meanwhile, for Orton, could he turn this heel moment into a recruiting pitch for a new faction? Imagine a group led by the VIPER, combining some of the most cunning and ruthless performers in WWE history. How cool would that be? Let's brainstorm potential alliances in the comments below. Who would make the perfect tag partners or rivals for these two in the upcoming weeks? The power of fan reactions. One thing is for sure, fans are going to have strong reactions to this turn. Social media will explode with opinions, memes, and debate. Orton's heel turn will spark discussions about loyalty, morality, and the ethics of wrestling. The wrestling community thrives on emotional reactions. If you're on Twitter or Instagram, you'll see hashtags flying. Cody just got a Cody and Orton is back will be trending within minutes. But what about the more personal side? How have your friends reacted? Are they Team Cody or Team Orton? I want to dive into your experiences. What kind of discussions are you having with your wrestling buddies? Let's share your stories in the comments section. Analyzing Randy Orton's character. Randy Orton is a complicated character. He has layers, like an onion. His journey from the legend killer to the Viper showcases his evolution in the wrestling world. Tonight's heel turn adds another chapter to that evolution. The psychological warfare he plays is masterful. His ability to strike at the heart of his opponents, both physically and mentally, is a defining trait. There's a brutal honesty in his betrayal of Cody. It's a reminder of his nature, a wolf among sheep. How does this angle play into the greater narrative of Orton's career? Is there a deeper message here about trust, loyalty, and ambition in wrestling? Drop your thoughts. Cody Rhodes' resilience. Cody Rhodes, on the other hand, has seen enormous growth in his character arc. His journey has been about reclaiming his place in the main event scene and overcoming obstacles. Tonight's betrayal could push him to reclaim that lost identity. What will this mean for Cody's future? Will this turn harden his resolve or will he crumble under the pressure? One thing we know for sure, the Cody Rhodes we see now may look very different after this incident. How will Cody respond? Will he become more aggressive, or will he lean into his role as the underdog? This is a pivotal moment for him, and I want your theories below. Imagining future matches. So, where does this rivalry go from here? We're primed for a series of incredible matches. Given the animosity, a standard match might not suffice. What about a no-holds-barred bout or even a cage match? Think about the match dynamics. Would Cody's desire for revenge outweigh Randy's cunning? It could lead to some of the best wrestling fans have seen in years. What type of match are you most excited to see? Who do you think would have the edge? Comment with your dream match scenarios. The dynamics of betrayals in wrestling. It's fascinating to consider the various dynamics at play with a betrayal in wrestling. Trust, loyalty, and ambition all collide in dramatic ways, creating compelling storylines. This turn is no different. Fans love the tension that comes from a strong rivalry, and tonight's events promise to deliver just that. But what does it say about the nature of these characters? Is Orton's betrayal a reflection of his true self? What are your thoughts on this? How do betrayals help to characterize wrestlers? Feel free to throw your theories into the mix. The community of wrestling fans. Ultimately, when it comes to moments like this, the wrestling community comes together. It's about discussing, analyzing, and sharing reactions. Cody and Randy's feud can unite fans, whether you're pro Cody or Team Orton. This is the joy of wrestling. It evokes strong feelings. Let's keep that spirit alive. Share your thoughts, theories, and reactions in the comments. What are you feeling right now? Conclusion. What's next for Randy and Cody? As we wrap up our discussion, one thing is clear: Randy Orton's heel turn on Cody Rhodes has set the stage for one of the most electrifying feuds in recent memory. The emotional and narrative depth this betrayal brings offers countless avenues for storytelling and wrestling matchups. What lies ahead for both men? Exciting saga-building opportunities await. Let's see how the next few weeks play out and how this storyline transforms the landscape of WWE. Your voice matters in this community. What do you want to see happen next? How will this rivalry change the wrestling world? Let's talk about it. Thank you for joining me on this rollercoaster ride through the intricate world of wrestling. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content from Wrestling Zone.